On November 25, 2025, in a single trading hour, the market erased roughly $150 billion from NVIDIA, the most valuable company on Earth. But investors weren't fleeing because the chips had failed. The chips were as fast as ever. They were fleeing because of something quieter. The moat around the empire. For the first time, it was draining. For years, NVIDIA didn't just lead the market for AI accelerators. It practically was the market, around 92% in 2023. But by 2026, estimates put it lower, roughly 80 to 85% by revenue and slipping. Who's taking the missing slice? Not another GPU maker. Custom silicon. Google's TP, PUS, Amazon's Trainium, Meta's MTIA, Microsoft's Maya. Already the CUDA designs are about 28% of the AI server market. So why can a custom chip threaten the king? Look at the silicon. A GPU is a sprawling city of thousands of small, general-purpose CUDA cores, each able to do almost anything. Graphics, physics, AI, that flexibility is its superpower. The TPU is the opposite. It throws flexibility away. One enormous matrix block, built for the math at the heart of every neural network. One is a Swiss Army knife, the other a guillotine. Walk onto the floor. Picture a GPU as an assembly line of frantic errand runners. For every step, a worker sprints to a distant memory warehouse, grabs the data, then runs it back. Multiply by billions of operations, and the memory bus chokes. Now picture a TPU as a relay race inside its systolic array. The data never returns to the warehouse. It flows diagonally cell to cell, each result handed straight to the next unit. That is why a TPU can be 2 to 3 times more energy efficient on the right workload. Training grabs headlines but inference. Serving that model to millions of users, every second forever, is where the real bill lands, and their efficiency is the business. On Google's own numbers, TPUs have shown up to 4.7 times the performance per dollar and 67% lower power. And it isn't only Google. Citadel reported runs around 30% cheaper and up to 4 times faster. Midjourney slashed cost by 65%. The V6E rents for about 39 cents a chip hour. When the math is that lopsided, even loyal customers start to move. Here's the secret of this company. The moat was never the silicon. It is CUDA. Almost 20 years of software, libraries, and tooling every serious AI engineer already knows by heart to move to a TPU. You rewrite your stack, retrain your people, port thousands of hand-tuned kernels, and pray nothing breaks. That switching cost is the green water refilling the moat. NVIDIA's real product was never the fastest chip. It was the lock-in, a habit the industry can't quit. But a habit once broken breaks fast, and 3 battering rams are slamming the moat at once. The first, the reported Meta deal, renting Google TP in 2026, buying in 2027, reportedly paired with a project to bring PyTorch to TPUs. The second strikes the moat itself. TorchTPU and PTorch support. Mean engineers may not have to leave their tools at all. And the third, Anthropic, is reported to be scaling toward around 1 million TPUs. By 2027, each RAM lands, the water drops. And then the twist almost nobody saw, turning a chip story into a power story. Google reportedly placed an order for more than 3 million TPUs, built partly with Intel routing around TSMC, the one foundry. Virtually every advanced chip on Earth, including NVIDIA's, depends on Intel stock, jumped about 11% on June 8, 2026. Supply is the final choke point. TSMC's advanced packaging is already booked roughly 104 weeks out, near 80% of capacity. Build elsewhere, and you stop waiting in NVIDIA's line. So is NVIDIA doomed? Its next chip, Rubin, reportedly cuts inference, cost by another 10 times, versus Blackwell, packing 288 gigabytes of HBM4 memory and 22 terabytes. NVIDIA is still ferociously fast, but the moat now sits at half level, walls exposed, attackers at the gate. The next decade of AI won't be won by the fastest chip, it'll be won by whoever controls the software. The battle just moved from silicon to code. To know who wins, subscribe to Toologa today.